Today, my PowerPoint will be about urban sprawl. Beginning in the 1900s, urban sprawl was used to accommodate the rising of urban population. According to Everything Connect, urban sprawl is the expansion of poorly planned, low density, auto dependent development which spreads out over large amounts of land. According to Everything Connect, tax money are being wasted and schools are overcrowded instead of improving existing communities. U.S. tax money subsidize new sprawling developments and communities, costing countries and cities millions of dollars for new schools, water and sewer lines, and increased police protection, which forces higher taxes on existing residents. According to Britannia Online Encyclopedia, in many cases, urban sprawl has occurred in areas experiencing populations declines, and some areas with rising population experience little urban sprawl. Urban sprawl has consumed extensive acres of forest, farmland, woodlands, and wetlands. The destruction of wildlife habitats are the most obvious environmental effect of widespread building construction. Even though there are small areas of wildlife habitat, even though small areas of wildlife habitats exist, some are too small to bear all species that have stayed there before or separated from other homes, forcing wildlife to cross dangerous roads and into homes to find food and mates. Even though some may disagree, urban sprawl has its pros and cons. There are many negative consequences for people and environment. The similarities with land in the city, suburban land was less expensive, and the homes built on this land afforded space to the owners than in the cities. Increased traffic congestion and traffic accidents as urban areas spread. Driving times are longer. People are forced to drive everywhere and are spending more time in their vehicles. According to Britannia Online Encyclopedia, smaller stores and restaurants may not be able to outcompete larger businesses, or may be forced to close from lost sales due to the changes in automobile traffic patterns that favor larger businesses. Another effect of urban sprawls are increased air pollution. By increasing automobile traffic, this creates a longer and frequent driving. According to the Sierra Club, the average American driver spends 443 hours per year, the equivalent of 55 8-hour working days behind the wheel. Residents of sprawling communities drive 3 to 4 times as much as those living in compact, well-planned areas. Being auto-dependent makes it less likely for people to participate in any kind of physical activity and to be able to maintain a healthy weight. According to Everything Connects, cars, trucks, and buses are the biggest source of cancer-causing air pollution, spewing more than 12 billion pounds of toxic chemicals each year. According to the Union of Concerned Scientists, poor air quality increases respiratory problems like asthma and bronchitis. A Smart Growth America study compared the county sprawl index to the health characteristics of more than 200,000 people living in the 448 counties and found that people living in the counties marked by sprawling development are likely to walk and bike ride less, weigh more, drive more, have a higher body mass index, and suffer from hypertension, high blood pressure than people living in less sprawling counties. Water pollution is increased according to Everything Connect. Runoff pollutions affects about 40% of the surveyed rivers, lakes in the U.S. and is now the nation's leading threat to water quality. According to urban sprawls and public health, relatively more storm water flows to streams and rivers is carried downstream. One study found that about 4% of rainfall on the underdeveloped grassland compared with 15% of rainfall on the suburban land was lost as runoff. Increasing risk and damaging from floods. According to the Sierra Club, in the past 8 years, floods in the U.S. killed more than 850 people and also caused more than 89 billion in property damage. Flooding happens in places where weak zoning laws permits developers to drain wetlands and build in floodplains. There are alternatives for urban sprawl. Urban sprawl does not happen in all communities. Several communities are proactive in preventing the effect of urban sprawls. Some have developed urban growth boundaries beyond which construction is prohibited or severely restricted. My question to you today is, if you were forced to move out of your home with no notice and no place to go, would you like it? Thank you.